Welcome back to another episode of Epic Food Journeys, you lot. Today, we're serving up a platter of dishes that are gonna make you question everything you thought you knew about food. Food is the heart and soul of any culture, but what one country calls a delicacy, another might call downright disgusting. We're talking about the foods that are banned, dangerous, or just plain weird. This isn't about grossing you out, it's about understanding the world, one bite at a time. Let's get to it. First up, we've got fugu, the pufferfish that's more poisonous than a bloody rattlesnake. One wrong slice and your dinner is your last supper. Seriously, this thing is packed with tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin that'll paralyze you faster than you can say sushi. They say the taste is delicate, but I reckon it's the thrill of cheating death that keeps people coming back for more. Chefs in Japan train for years to get a license to serve this, and even then, mistakes happen. It's about respect for tradition, for the fish, and for your own mortality. You've got to be barmy to try this one. Next, we're off to Sardinia for a cheese so pungent, so alive, it's actually banned in the EU. I'm talking about casu marzu, the cheese crawling with live maggots. Yeah, you heard me right. Maggots. These little critters break down the cheese, making it soft and creamy, supposedly. They say the maggots add flavor, but I've smelled a bin fire that was more appealing. If you're feeling brave, you can eat it with the maggots still wriggling, or you can be sensible and chill it until they're pushing up daisies. Frankly, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Now let's talk about balut, the fertilized duck egg from the Philippines. This isn't your average breakfast, folks. We're talking about a partially developed duck embryo, boiled alive and eaten in the shell. Bones, feathers, the lot. It's a street food staple, packed with protein, but I can already hear you lot gagging from here. Look, I'll try anything once, but something about crunching on a baby bird just doesn't sit right with me. If you can stomach it, more power to you. But I'm sticking with my scrambled eggs, thanks very much. Chapter 4. Hakarl, the Viking Vomit Cure. From the Philippines, we're off to Iceland for a taste of hakarl, the fermented shark that's been buried and pissed on. No, seriously, they bury Greenland shark meat to ferment, and the result is a stench that could knock you out cold. Think ammonia, rotten fish, and a hint of despair. Anthony Bourdain and that bloke's got a stomach of steel, called it the worst thing he'd ever eaten. But hey, the Vikings used it as a hangover cure, so it can't be all bad, right? Chapter 5. Foie gras, luxury or cruelty? Now let's talk about foie gras, the French delicacy that's as controversial as it is delicious. It's made by force-feeding ducks or geese to fatten their livers, creating a rich, buttery pâté. Now I appreciate a good pâté, but the ethical side of this one's a tough one to swallow. Some people reckon it's an art form, a tradition. Others say it's plain cruel. There's no denying the flavor, but it comes at a cost. It's a prime example of how food can spark a bloody good debate. Chapter 6. Haggis, Scotland's national nightmare. Next up, we're heading to Scotland for a taste of their national dish, haggis. Now I love a good sausage as much as the next bloke, but this one's not for the faint of heart. We're talking about sheep's offal. Heart, liver, lungs, the lot, minced up with oats, spices, and boiled in a sheep's stomach. Apparently it's got a nutty, savory flavor. But let's be honest, it sounds like something you'd scrape off your shoe after a night on the lash. Still, it's tradition, innit? And you can't argue with tradition, can you? Chapter 7. Let's hop over to China now for a taste of the century egg, or as I like to call it, the preserved for a reason egg. These duck, chicken, or quail eggs are preserved for weeks, sometimes months, in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, and who knows what else. The yolk turns a lovely shade of swamp green, the white becomes translucent and jelly-like, and the aroma, well, let's just say it's an experience. The Chinese consider it a delicacy, but to the untrained palate, it's like eating a mouthful of history, and not the good kind. Now, this next one's a bit of a touchy subject. Ortolan bunting, a tiny little bird, was a French delicacy that's now illegal. Why? Well, they used to catch these birds, fatten them up, drown them in Armagnac, roast them whole, and eat them, bones and all. Diners would even cover their heads with napkins, some say to hide from God's judgment. Look, I'm all for trying new things, but this one crosses a line, even for me. It's a reminder that sometimes, tradition goes too far. From France, we travel north to Sweden for a taste of surströmming fermented herring that's so pungent, it's basically a biological weapon. This stuff is fermented for months, releasing gases that make the cans bulge. You're supposed to open it outdoors, preferably underwater to avoid the stench. It's so bad some airlines have banned it, but the Swedes, bless their cotton socks, they love it. They eat it on flatbread with potatoes and onions, like it's the most normal thing in the world. More power to them, I say. Just don't open a can near me, alright? Now this last one's a real hot potato dog meat. In some parts of the world like China, Vietnam and Korea, it's been eaten for centuries. But globally, attitudes are changing. Animal rights groups are fighting against it, and younger generations are turning away from it. It's a complex issue with cultural traditions clashing with modern ethics. It's a prime example of how food can force us to confront difficult questions about our relationship with animals and the world around us. So there you have it. A culinary trip around the world's most controversial foods. Listen, food pushes boundaries. Sometimes it's about animal welfare, sometimes it's about what we consider normal. But here's the thing. Controversy gets people talking. It makes us question our beliefs, our cultures, and our place in the world. As food lovers, our job isn't to judge, it's to understand. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest content.